10 most disgusting candies ever, Part 2. Quick, what's the first word that comes to mind when you think of candy? Sweet, right? Yet there's a whole weird, wacky world of extreme, even gross candies out there. Everybody loves candy, but even the most hardened sugarholic might think twice before eating these sickening creations that must have been whipped up by some twisted candy man with a sick mind. Prepare to be intrigued, shocked, and more than a little grossed out by the absolute most disgusting candies in the world. Welcome back to Stay Wise. Today we're going to take a look at the 10 most disgusting candies ever, Part 2. Don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe to our channel if you haven't yet. Alright then, let's dive in. Number 10. Uncle Ernie's Sour Black Cherry Candy. Have you ever been to a funeral where someone was cremated, and instead of sitting around looking at the giant heavy coffin, you're looking at a big heavy urn filled with the ashes of a deceased person? Now, have you ever once imagined to yourself, I bet it'd be fun to eat those ashes? If you have, then you're either some kind of horrific monster, or you're the creator of Uncle Ernie's Candy Ashes, a sour black cherry flavored candy that's kind of like pixie sticks. Luckily, they taste like sour black cherry instead of loss and sadness. Uncle Ernie might be dead, but his ashes are still here and they taste great. Number 9. Zit Poppers. How devastating was it to find a pimple on the eve of the big party? Or to have your graduation picture ruined because of an earring blemish? To be young again with your face full of acne. Now we can relive all the wonderful moments of teenage angst with Zit Poppers. Imagine gummy candy shaped like huge pimples, loaded with gooey jelly that you squeeze or pop out to taste. It is unbelievable that there's such a thing as candy that looks like a zit, but here it is. Zit Poppers are soft and gummy, and when squeezed, a gooey red substance oozes out, much like when you pop a zit. Advertised as plump and ripe, they come in strawberry and watermelon flavors, just suitable for the popping. Number 8. Durian candy. Durian fruit is a fruit that's pretty common in Southeast Asia. To people unfamiliar with it, it usually evokes feelings of utter disgust. One food blogger described its odor as pig shit, turpentining onions garnished with a gym sock. And that sounds very disgusting. The smell of durian is undefinable and so distinct that you won't forget it. Apparently, you're not even allowed to bring this stuff to hospitals or hotels in Southeast Asia. In Singapore, they have signs that restrict you from taking it on the public transport system. So it makes a lot of sense to make sweets out of it. Or not, but there you have it, someone has done it. Number 7. Crickets. What could perhaps convince you to eat bugs besides a dare at recess? What if you knew that they were nutritiously protein-packed? How about if they were seasoned with your favorite spices? These are real crickets sprayed with a variety of flavors, and they promise a definitive and flavorful whack across the taste buds, as they are infused with that rich and smoky bacon flavor and the sharp bite of cheddar cheese. And everything goes better with bacon, right? Perhaps not. Other flavors here include sour cream and onion, and of course sweeter flavors. The combination of rich and exotic will coax your wild side to take the dare to dine on these crickets. Number 6. Bean Boozled. Bean Boozled jelly beans are for candy sweethearts who enjoy a little adventure. You probably must have seen Bean Boozled challenge videos on YouTube. It basically comes in 2 categories, a tasty one and one that tastes absolutely horrible. The idea is that you never know if you're about to get a good one or a bad one. Now we're all for trying something different, but it seems like things have gone a little too far when it comes to jelly bean flavors. I mean, what the heck is going on at the meeting of the minds when more than one person actually agreed that making a booger-flavored candy was a good idea? Then again, there are plenty of children who do enjoy a good booger or two, so maybe, just maybe, that flavor is onto something. Still, we can't abide by most of these. Skunk spray, rotten egg, moldy cheese, baby wipes, and vomit. The few said about Bernie's bots, every flavor bean, the better. Try taking long breaths through your nose to ward off the urge to gag. They really taste like their names. Unless you're a golden retriever, stay away from the stinky sock flavor. Next time you watch a movie in the dark with friends, slip a few of these into their bag of jelly beans for a great gag. Number 5. Sour Flush Toilet Candy. Next, we have the Sour Flush Toilet Candy. Sounds appetizing, right? Let's depart from weird candy flavors for a moment to discuss a rather conventional candy wrapped up in a very unconventional theme. You read that right, toilets. We love that this candy combines Fun Dip-esque powdered candy with a lollipop, but the fact that the lollipop is an edible plunger and the sweet powder is thought to be the toilet paper definitely ruins the appeal. If you can stomach it, take a plunge into the green apple, raspberry, or watermelon flavors, but don't forget to close the toilet seat after you're finished. Sweet relief, it's on its way when you swirl these candy plungers around your mouth. Number 4. Jane Tasty Tuna Tidbits. There you are at the party when you suddenly see a bowl of shiny foil-wrapped candy sitting in a bowl. Don't be fooled by the bright exterior of these wrapped treats because a lot of fishiness is going on underneath the surface. Tuna was invented by Mother Earth for hippie vegetarians and people trying to shed some fat. So did it manage to find its way into candy? The main component in these tiny blobs of sugary disgustingness is tuna. After that comes a mass of chemicals of unknown origin, and finally, sugar. Seriously, who would eat fish-flavored candy? The fishy smell of this candy is enough to keep your candy cravings at bay. What on earth will they come up with next? Number 3. Ant candy. Ants can ruin your picnic, but now they can destroy your candy too. If you've been looking for a sweet treat that'll make your skin crawl, look no further. Like the scorpion candy we saw in the previous video, the ant candy is basically a lump of melted sugar with many dead ants thrown into it. Even its packaging looks a bit scary, so we don't get why anyone would willingly buy such candy. It is simply unexplainable. And yes, these are real dead ants underneath all that sugar, which is enough to repulse anyone. Each 1-ounce block of candy contains an assortment of whole ants and ant body parts. The ants are specially bred and chosen and completely safe to eat. Of all the elements in the world they could have thrown into their candy, what in the world made them choose ants? And how does this stuff get past the FDA? Number 2. Doubles out. The first problem this Dutch candy has going against it is that it's licorice flavored. It's legendary for its salty taste despite its quality of simplicity. If you are given a Dutch licorice, you may see the weird way that many natives take glances at you. They probably might wonder how anyone in their right state can stomach the taste. There is a logic why it's called the horrors of Dutch, and it's because of its intense flavor. It's made with an immense amount of salt. That's right, it's salt candy. Add that to the point that it looks like something you would expect to see on the floor of an English nightclub, and you've the makings of one of the worst candies ever. Number 1. Candy scabs. What's grosser than an applied bandage? Well, plenty, but when it comes to eating, a gummy bandage adorned with a smattering of blood is way up there. The yuck factor in these candies is not their flavor, but they're designed to look like scabs, complete with plasters. We could possibly cope with that, but imagine this scenario. You've skinned your elbow while crashing your cycle, getting extreme over a gnarly jump. You cry to your mommy and she slowly paces a bandage over the bloody spot. 2 days later, you peel back the bandage. That exact spot is now oozy in the middle and crusty at the edges. And with the candy scabs, you can now lick that. The hideous thing about candy scabs is the way it's designed. They actually look like scabs complete with band-aids. There is no likely reason why someone saw it fit to make these candies. It's pretty unimaginable that anyone could actually enjoy eating it, and the thought of licking wounds is sure not the way to get people to buy candy. So that's all for today's video, guys. Which of these candies did you get the most disgusted with? Let us know in the comments section below. Now, I have a question for you. Do you know that you can make money from YouTube without making videos? That's right, you can use other people's videos to make money on YouTube. Check the links in the description for more information. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you in the next episode of Stay Wise.